Well, welcome back. Now this, Taliban authorities reportedly have agreed to allow 200 Americans and other foreigners to leave Afghanistan on charter flights from Kabul airport today. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki insisting this is not a hostage situation. Secretary of State Antony Blinken said as much, admitting it during a conference yesterday in Germany. Watch this.
As of now, the Taliban are not permitting the charter flights to depart. They claim that some of the passengers do not have the required documentation.
Joining me right now is Arkansas Congressman, Financial Services Committee member French Hill. Congressman, it's good to have you this morning. Thanks very much for being here. Well, I guess that is the reality of not having anybody on the ground in Afghanistan. The Taliban is telling us what is happening.
Right. This is just another consequence of the disastrous pullout by the Biden administration in Afghanistan. Maria, it's good to be with you, and I'm glad to see Tony Blinken own up to what we've been saying for weeks, that they don't have a plan to get all the Americans out, and they've abandoned Americans in Afghanistan. And that's a problem because we've turned the Afghanistan country over to the Taliban, a terrorist organization, where they've put together their government. And it's filled with leaders that are terrorists, people we've let out of Gitmo, and a lot of governments want the best and brightest in their cabinet. It's clear to me the Taliban wants the most wanted in their cabinet.
This is just extraordinary. And at the same time, Congressman, we've got unvetted Afghan refugees fleeing a Virginia military base without permission from anybody. These refugees are actually being picked up by Uber cars. Here's Tennessee Congressman Mark Green and what he said about what's taking place right now. Watch this.
They can't account for someone if they don't return. And they're telling the people, oh, if you go and you don't come back, well, that will end your visa processing. But if they want free, they're gone. There's nobody keeping them from leaving. And then you get the shocking allegations of harassment and sexual assault, and it's horrific.
I mean, horrific it is, all of this, as the administration is all calling on Congress to pass a law which would allow tens of thousands of Afghan refugees to get green cards after a year, Congressman. So you've got all of these Afghan refugees coming in that corner of the country. You've got 1.5 million migrants coming in from the Mexican border into Texas so far this year. Will there be any accountability for any of this? Where is this going?
Well, Blinken and General Austin, Secretary Austin, both briefed Congress that, look, everyone leaving Afghanistan that was not an American citizen was going to one of 9 intermediate places around the world, Italy, Germany, other places, to be fully vetted by a consular officer of the United States. And that was done in a slapdash manner. I don't believe they even had a plan for that. People were being called, rushed to these places. There's no housing, there's no food, there's no bedding for those people in these 9 intermediate locations. And it's clear now they didn't have a plan in America for the possible refugee holding places. There was no plan for this. Our bases were being called just in real time in the last 2 weeks. Hey, do you think this would work? Could we move people to your base? So after all these months of planning to withdraw from Afghanistan, this is another place where Congress has to demand accountability on the Biden's failed withdrawal.
Congressman, let me switch gears, ask you about your role on financial services and what we're going to see from this massive spending and tax plan. First of all, do you think President Biden will get this $3.5 trillion spending and tax increase plan through? And can you go through some of these offsets? I've got lots of reports from Wall Street firms that are talking about the top rate going up to 39.6%, dividends and capital gains going up to at least 39.6%, likely 43.4%, carried interest, estate tax, IRA reform. What are your thoughts on what the offsets for this spending bill will be? Will Americans see higher taxes this year?
If Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders are successful in getting the $3.5 trillion plus the over $1 trillion infrastructure bill through Congress, Americans are going to see higher taxes. Small businesses, families up and down the income line, you're going to see enhanced cost everywhere. And some of the offsets they're talking about, in the $3.5 billion resolution, they say they're going to raise a minimum of $1.5 or so trillion in taxes, but that's a minimum. And you have Democrats in Congress now calling for it fully paid for, or they're not going to vote for it. So you expect to see the top rate raised. You expect to see a top rate raised on capital gains. The estate tax rate will go up. The state tax exclusions will go down. There may be a tax on IRAs of Americans over a certain amount. You're going to see the corporate tax rate go up. You're going to see deductions for expensing of investments by small businesses eliminated. And Joe Biden campaigned on this. He said he wanted to repeal the Trump tax reforms. And you're going to see that effort. So Joe Biden has already broken his promise about not raising taxes on those making under $400,000.
And Congressman, real quick before you go, I know Senator Wyden came out with a new document, lots of new ideas this week. Some of them include an excise tax on companies with excessive stock buybacks. Deemed a dividend treatment as a backup, an excise tax on companies with excessive CEO pay. Will those things go through as well?
I certainly hope not. I think that's bad for capital formation and business formation in our country. But look, the Democrats led by Bernie Sanders for Joe Biden are convinced that they want to make the economy worse in the future. We're trying to come out of this pandemic, and they're trying to do things that reduce growth in the American economy, opportunities for people to get jobs, higher wages. And as a result, already in this administration, we see higher unemployment. We see wages falling due to their inflationary practices.
Congressman, it's good to have you on the program this morning. We've got so many crises to deal with. Let's hope we're not looking at an economic crisis down the road as well. Congressman French Hill, we'll talk soon. Thanks very much.